Welcome back to True to Horse Horsemanship. I got an email the other day about getting a horse to get over to the bumper so the lady can get on. And so I'm going to show that today with a little bit here because it's going to be helpful with her and it'd be a good idea for me to keep working on it so the young lady who'd be riding this horse just park her next to a truck or bumper or something so she can get on since she's only 6 years old. So I'm going to demonstrate that, but everything, it takes time and effort. Just don't say, well, it's been one session, the horse don't do it. I'm going to throw my hands up and quit. Well, that's with some horses not the case, because the thicker skin the horse is, the less they're going to respond to a whip, to a crop, to your legs or anything. And I got a story on that. But so, you know, you got to take that horse's mind into consideration. Some horses pick it up so real quick, and some it takes a lot of effort. And some horses, they're so thick-skinned, you can sit there and try to cue them all day long. Unless you beat the holy heck out of them, they're not going to move. It's that simple. There are some horses out there. So we're just going to start with her a little bit here. And first, I'm not going to put her to a panel or to the mountain block. I'm only doing stages. So first, all I want to do is get her to cue off this dressage whip. Please. Right there, she moved. Please. I'm going to use a pretty please with sugar on it theory. Luckily enough with her, I don't have to. Now, I'm cueing her on the opposite side that I'm going to be mounting from. There. I just want her to move that hip first. You notice I'm just waving it. Now right there, she got a little sticky, so I gave her a tap. And I'm not beating the horse, I'm just tapping her. I can't let her walk forward. And she moves the hip. So basically I'm just getting her to move that hip. And that's the tricky part. I don't know, I might have to go to a longer whip. So I'm going to bring her up to the mountain block. I'm not just going to start doing it. First I'm going to pedal on her a little bit. This is going to be too easy. Right there, as soon as she moves, you'll still get the premise. And I have not did this, and I don't know if the owner's ever done it with her. But, you know, common sense tell you though, if you teach a horse to move the hip from the ground, this is just a no-brainer fall into place. So she moved that hip, so I'm going to pet on her. I'm going to ask her to move that hip again. She moves it. Now the first time, I'm going to take some of this mess off of her. Now first, if I touch her, and she just moves a little bit, I'm going to stop tapping. Tap. I'm going to stop. If she tries to move that hip just a little bit, I'm going to quit. I'm going to keep asking for more and more and more. I'm going to tap. And I'm going to stop and pet her. I'm going to tap. She moves away from me. Right there. See, I'm still not going to get this off the mountain block if she moves away on me. Because if I stepped off this mountain block, she won. Right there, I just asked her to move forward. Take one step at a time. And we'll really pet her. And I'm going to walk her away from it and come back at it again. Now there she backs off. I'll tap her just a little bit. Now right there, she's moving around me. I don't care. I'm not going to worry about that. There, good girl. You know, people get so stuck to stopping the horse's feet. The more I try to control stopping this horse's feet, the more she's going to go round and round. So I'm just going to patiently wait in there until we get her done. I'll ask her to move up just a tab. There. Right there, she leaned forward, so I quit tapping. And right now she don't have a clue. That's why when I ask her to move forward, she's going all the way around me. So we're just going to let her go. Now she's over there. I'll ask her to move that hip over. Then come back. Now she's too far behind me. Right there, good. She took one step, so I didn't do. She can see my hand right here. So she knows, she'll get to know where I'm cueing. Ask for move. She moved the hip over. There. Now I am right there. I used my outside rein a little bit to help bend her to move that hip. But she still ain't right in position. And like I said, I'm not going to position myself to her. I'm going to want to keep working with this until she positions herself with me. So I'm going to ask her to move forward. She overdoes it. Like I said, we've never done this, so I'd expect her to. Right there. Good. Now right there, I sort of anticipated her. I went ahead and reached down there so I could check her to not let her walk too far. Like I said, a lot of people would go straight to the rail, but you know, I believe in trying to set yourself up to succeed and not to fail. Especially I got these 5-6 foot rails that's sort of a little bit harder. 5 foot rails a little bit easier. Somewhat. There again. Right there, she's moving away from, trying to move into the pressure. So I'm going to tap until she gets back over here. And if you're not good with your hands, you can always use buddy system. Have one person on the ground at first to stop them from moving forward, and have the other person up here moving that hip. So I'm going to ask her to move it again. She tries to move away from it. tap. She moves away from it, and there she moves. I'm going to start asking for more and more here a little bit. There we go. Now that was nice. That time I just put whip over there, and she moved away from it. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want to have to tap her. I want her. There. If she sees it, moves over. I'm going to ask her to move that hip again. Now I don't think you can catch it. And Cindy can reposition herself. Because every time from that angle I don't think you can catch it. But when I was tapping, and get a little bit more over this way, babe. There you go. When I was tapping, I start tapping. And as soon as I see any kind of movement, I want to stop. As long as the movement is away from my tap. Yeah, good girl. Now right there, I asked her to move forward. She leaned forward, so I stopped. Sure, she didn't take a full step, but she tried. So on that try, I'm going to leave her alone. There, that was a lot better. And you notice, I don't just keep picking at her and keep doing it over and over and over and over in some pretense. And stopping, giving her a break, and petting on her a little bit. So I'm going to ask again. Keep tapping, tap, tap, tap. She moves that hip right there. She has cocked that hip and threw some weight over this way. I quit tapping. In other words, at first, don't wait for that big movement. Wait for her to show any sign she's trying to get away from that pressure. All right, there, move, tap, tap, tap. There. And like I said, I'm not hurting her. I'm just giving her a tap. Because if I was, I wouldn't be able to go back and scratch her hiney with it. So I'm going to ask her to take one step up. Right there, as soon as she threw her weight a little bit, I quit tapping. Go back and tap again. There. Now I want a hip to move. Now you notice that time I start waving it before I start tapping. I want her to get the idea if I move off the wave, little guy's not going to tap my butt. So eventually what my objective would be, at some point I could stand over top of her and just sort of point. Because she can see my hand, even over here, she can see my fingers. So from here, she's doing it pretty good. I only got half hour. So we'll go to the rail. So just come over here.
Better over here, right?
Huh?
Is that better right there?
Well, if you were over there?
No.
Oh.
Over here.
I was over there.
Except for tarp.
All right, go over there.
Okay.
So if this was a 5-foot rail, it'd be a lot easier, but this is a 6-foot, so it's going to be a little harder. There. Anyways, if this was a little short rail, 5 foot, 4.5 foot, it'd be a lot easier, but this is a 6 foot, so it's going to be a little harder. So what I might do, honey, how's your camera focus?
Okay.
All right, you're going to take her head.
What?
Come in here and take her head. Well, you're fine.
Or anything. Jeez. All right.
Put. Just get on that side.
Hide behind the horse.
So,
Hide behind the horse.
all Cindy's going to do is be the post and keep her from moving forward. So I'm going to, since I got a lunge whip, I'm going to just go over here and pull her head around. There you go. No, don't. Just, if she tries to pull this way, just keep her head around this way. There. Now right there, she backed off. I'm going to tap, 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 tap. There. She gets over there. Then I'm going to scratch. And like I said, doing this with Cindy makes it a lot easier. Now, I have done this with horses by myself out here. I get it done, but I got to admit, it's difficult. Especially with something like hers, 14 hands. I mean, she's, from here, she looks like a pony. So this is where buddy system really pays off. Now, I told Cindy, I told her a little bit wrong, but I wanted her to turn her head. In other words, at one point, this mare tried to turn her head to the left, and I wanted Cindy to make sure she keeps that head to the right. So I want to get her over a little bit farther. She moves, and I scratch. You know, I do this a lot with jumping on colts first time. Before I do get on them. So I'm going to ask her to move over a little bit. Whoop. A little bit closer. There we go. Good. All right, honey, just walk off with her. So what I'm going to do, honey, when you bring her in straight.
I'm going to shoot you.
Huh? You're going to shoot me?
Yeah, no makeup.
Yeah, Cindy's jumping on me. So we're going to, no, that's all right, right there. So I'm going to reach out here, turn her head, make sure she can't turn her head this way. There. She moves over. All right, honey, you got to keep her head turned. You just face her right here.
What?
Right here.
Okay.
That's where I want her head. And from there, your job is just keep that head that way if she tries to turn it. Because this way I can get up here. There you go. That's why it's important. You got to walk away and come back at it. But I didn't have Cindy just walk her right here because get her in position, that would be, you know, why? So I want her to move over again. No.
Oh, I'd see. What am I doing wrong?
You're letting her walk up.
Oh, okay.
I want her head right there. If you have to grab hold of that bit, grab hold of that bit. You know, nice thing doing this way, this is the first time Cindy's ever helped me do this. So if you talk somebody into doing it, helping you, you know what you're going to have to. There, good girl. That was good. All right there, now just hold her head. Just hold her head straight. See, I'm not going to let Cindy position this horse. I'm going to position it. Cindy's main job is for her not to completely turn around this way and keep that horse from going forward. There we go. Because they're going to try. They're going to like her. She's been doing real good, and all of a sudden she said, heck with this, I want to try to go the other way. It's all right, hon, go ahead. And with me having Cindy bring her back here every time, and me position her to the rail, eventually this mare, if I kept at it, as soon as she'd see me up here on the rail, I got her. She'd get over to it. There we go. And I scratch her. Back her up just a little bit. She's going to try it. There we go. Yeah, stop. Grab hold of that bit. Grab hold of them reins.
Well, now?
Yeah. She's a mare. She's not a gelding, so she'll... There. See, as soon as she figured out she couldn't do it. You know, mares are I hate saying this, but they are a little bit different than working with a gelding. Like, as soon as Cindy grabbed hold of that bit, this mare knew, like, crap, I can't walk forward. So she just got right here in the program. All right, go ahead and walk her off. Position right here. Bring her up just a little bit. Right there, I didn't go right to touching her, so I was watching to see what she'd do. Right now, it's too early for her to do that. But let's say I've been working on this for a while, and Cindy brought her up, and as soon as Cindy stopped, this little bit would swing this hip over here. That's where we would stop. And nowadays, I know I'm not going to get it. Now, I don't expect it. But it would be nice for one time Cindy does that she comes around and she at least tries. All right, go ahead and walk her off. Now, right now you see me tapping her a little bit more because I'm asking more and more. She's getting the idea, but she's just getting a little sticky-footed. Right there, that was...
She thought about it.
Yeah, she thought about it. You know, that was nice. There we go. Now, see, this time I'm not having to tap her. Right there, I'm going to have to tap a little bit. But there, it's starting to rest her that time because I was able to just get out there, and she did. All right, go ahead and walk her off. It's funny, I used to jump on my horses from top of buildings and everything. And my thought was never once was, why if they move out from under me? I just expect them to do it. So now I'm gonna wave. Right now I'm just tapping my saddle. Good. One more time and we'll call it quits. Because like I said earlier, I don't expect this belt mare to just jump over here and, oh, there we go. Now that time, Cindy's been leading her straight into it. Cindy tried to lead her straight into it, but this mare's starting to get the idea and she cocked herself over here. So hopefully, there we go. Not better. And when you're doing something like this, she's just about to her threshold, or she's getting aggravated. Don't just sit here like what I would do normally. Normally, I would start at my mount on the ground, tap, they move away, tap, they move away. And if they took that real quick, then I'd go to my mountain block. And I would not move to the next step until they're on that mountain position themselves pretty decent on that mountain block. But I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time. If I have a horse that's really sticky-footed about doing it, if they do it, let's say 5 times in a row, then I'm going to go do something else. I'm not going to just sit here and say, I want to eventually get on the rail or whatever that day. Break it down in steps. That's a pretty good place to stop. I don't want her. I'm getting off. Yeah, she's a good little filly. Now, my honey would be happy she'd get behind the camera. But anyhow, so that's just, you know, break it down steps. And if you got to keep after them until they move a little bit, you might have to. It depends on the horse. I mean, like one horse here, in 5 minutes, all I had to do is show them that dressage whip and they're shooting against the rail. But every horse is different. Like I said, a lot depends on that thickness of the skin. So, I'm ready for spring already. And we're not even in the winter yet. So I always say, be true to the horse. They'll be true to you. First and foremost, be true to yourself. To my kids, grandkids, and a special person out there, wash day leg kidney, and everybody have a happy Thanksgiving.